Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TeenageClub podcast. I'm your host, Lucas, and I'm also joined by my host, Isaac. And today we have a very special guest, Cole.
That's a lot of varies, my guy.
Yeah.
Because you are very special.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I don't think if you add more varies, that makes you any more special than any other guest, you know? No gas, no dissing.
No disrespect.
Well, it kind of plateaus, I think, right? Because it kind of builds up after, like, the first 2 or 3 varies, and then you got, like, the 5 and 6. It's like, okay, well, 6 is basically the same as the 5th vary, and, you know...
Yeah.
It's so on and so on.
Don't overhype me.
So.
Yeah.
But yes, Cole, the right amount of varies, is a very special guest, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, Cole, I guess, just give us a brief little intro, man. Like, what are you all about?
Who are you?
That's a huge question. Well,
Define your entire being.
You know what's funny?
Mm-hmm.
What's funny?
It's been forever since I've seen a bunch of my friends over quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I thought about this at the beginning of quarantine, of like when everybody came back together and everybody started talking again. I just thought it'd be like an awkward middle school dance, just like nobody really knows how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally got to hang out with a few people recently, and it wasn't like that at all. It was actually pretty chill.
Yeah. No, it was weird when Cole and I, when we went to the game just a few weeks ago now, it didn't feel all that weird. It felt, I mean, of course it felt like, it was definitely very different, that very last game, that football game, because it's usually all like, I'm like in the marching band and stuff and doing all that kind of stuff, but I had to sit that out a little bit. But at the same time, there was still like, there's still a good amount of spectators that were at the game, and then there were, it still felt, I guess, spirited, and it was still fun, saw some of my friends. It was kind of emulated that same kind of experience that, we would have a few years ago. So I guess that was kind of nice to see over this long stretch of, very uneventful things happening, or uneventful, periods. All right.
I totally agree with that.
No, I totally agree with that. I feel like with me at the game, it finally felt like, back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
In some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. I mean, it's been a long time, but like when you go back and start like talking to people and seeing people, it doesn't really feel like it's been a long time. Like it's kind of, you blend back in pretty quickly.
Yeah. Have you guys noticed this at all? Like during quarantine, you kind of just grasp onto the same people to be that social outlet, and then you kind of like not socially distance yourself from other people, but you kind of get out of communication with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I felt like it was interesting that when we came back and started talking to people we haven't seen in almost 2 years, but it's a year and a half, but or a year, however long it's been, that you can just pick it up and like nothing happened.
Yeah, totally. It's like yeah, I get what you mean, because especially at the game, talking to some of my friends that were there that I rarely talk to like online and stuff, like for a while. It's just we didn't really have that kind of relationship established and stuff, and so it's like, I don't know, you're totally right that it feels different, like going back versus when you're online and stuff, because there's just this like unseen barrier, if that makes sense, of like when you're separated for a long time, it just feels weird to kind of re-enter like that relationship like online for some reason. But if there's a situation where like you're in person or something, or like where you're kind of forced to talk, I guess it just kind of floods. Mm-hmm. It kind of all floods back. So yeah, no, that's definitely been nice.
I definitely feel that. Definitely.
Definitely.
There's a lot of multiple words here, repeating words. Yeah, no, it's good though. Feels good. What's your status, Cole, on like vaccines and stuff? We talked about this on our last podcast, but I think this should become a reoccurring segment from the future.
Okay. Yeah, Look, the way I see it is that I'm just say one thing, and I'm gonna go back to what I'm gonna get at.
Okay.
I'm deadly afraid of I'm afraid of needles.
Mhm.
I see.
I remember growing up when I was about yay high. My grandma took me to the place where you get shots.
Yeah.
And being absolutely horrified and running around, like, out and through rooms, and the doctor's trying to chase me down, and, like, be like, "Hey, you gotta get the shot, buddy." You know?
Yeah.
But I understand that, like, it's my social contract with other people.
Right.
That, you know, it's important to get, and so I will face my fear, I think, tomorrow, actually.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
Is that when you have an appointment scheduled, or?
Mm-hmm. I have to go all the way to, like, Port Townsend.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fun.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I have not gotten mine scheduled yet because I can't find one anywhere.
You just gotta go look for them vaccine finders, man. Like I said last time.
I'm lucky. My aunt actually works for Kaiser Permanente.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Big healthcare provider.
Yeah, and so we kind of get, like, a secret inside scoop, like a little bit before time.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Which is nice because my entire family is now vaccinated except for me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's totally how I got mine too. Was like, you know, my family's always been like Kaiser members and stuff, and you know, the Kaiser was just like, hey, yo, we got the vaccine at Northgate. You want some? And I was just like, yeah, man. So, and you know, the line wasn't too long and stuff, and you know,
That's not fair.
it was very easy, man. It was weirdly easy for me.
I want that.
Yeah, I know. My next shot is already scheduled too. So.
Wow! Congrats, man.
Yeah. So.
Very good.
Oh,
And which one is it again that we get? You got, is it Moderna or Pfizer?
I got Pfizer.
I'm gonna get Pfizer.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pfizer game.
Yeah. We're not allowed to get Moderna if you're under
Did
18.
you guys hear about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Crazy.
yeah. Is it still? Are they still putting a pause on distribution for that?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm kind of the camp of it seems like an overreaction to, like, you know, like what was the number? Like 6 out of 6 million, right?
Yeah.
That's like. Like, you know, Cole, you've done statistics. Lucas, you've done statistics. That's like an insanely small, like, percentage, right?
Yeah, it's 1 out of a million. Yeah.
It's ridiculously small.
Yeah, you're more likely to die on the way to the vaccination office in the car than you are to get a blood clot. Yeah. Like, way more likely.
I mean, typically with vaccine, it's got to be like 96% successfulness. That's not the word. Is
effective.
No, it's dangerous, and so usually they'll shoot for 99%.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be really, really strong.
Right.
And so 1 out of a million. I don't know. If it continues, as we vaccinate more people, that percentage might be able to go up.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? And so it's just like how fast they vaccinate people with that certain vaccine.
Yeah.
Can totally change the odds. I don't know if that's correct. I think that's correct, but don't take my word for it, man.
It's okay. We're not scientists, you know. We're just a bunch of teenagers, you know.
I'm just afraid someone's gonna be like, Cole, you got it wrong, dumbass.
Cole, you idiot!
Although I don't think the scientific community was watching this, so I think you're good. You're gonna be spared here. So
this could be the episode that blows up, and then we suddenly get millions of views, and then like some scientist in the comments gonna tell us that we're an idiot.
Yeah.
Actually take it off.
Yeah, so we're just gonna stop right there. It's gonna be it. That's it. We're done. Oh man, dude. But yeah, and I think it's just really, I think it's more, they're more acting out of like an over precaution with that, because it's like, you know, it's definitely a new vaccine and stuff, and you know they want to make sure they want to make sure they have enough research, because you got the flu shots and stuff, and they've been well documentable studies, so there's less concerns over them. But with the COVID shots, they made them really quickly, and they're still very new.
It's new. So, it's scary for a lot of people. So yeah. I get it.
Yeah, I totally.
Mm-hmm. To me though, it's like when I first saw that, I was like, oh my god, anti-vaxxers. They're gonna have a field day with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, what am I gonna do? But it seems to be working. Okay, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're kind of cutting out for me, Lucas. I don't know how.
I turned my sensitivity. Oh, okay, there we go.
That's a little better.
That's better.
That's
yeah.
Sorry.
I was just making sure, because I'm a little farther in the backyard recording tonight, and I was making sure my internet was not cutting out for that, because I'm the recording guy, so pretty much.
Current setup like? Are you in the RV?
Okay, so currently I'm in the RV, but we actually moved the RV in the backyard today, so I'm in the backyard.
Ooh, fancy.
So yeah, it's very nice. It's much quieter. There's not a lot of cars whizzing by and stuff. Right. So I don't know. It's very nice in here.
Have you tried sleeping in the RV?
I have not. No, but I want to. I want to. Man, I want to go on a trip. My parents just have not ever taken me on a trip yet. I don't know. They've gone on trips themselves, but they need someone to watch my doggy. Yeah, watch the house and watch the dog. So
like a close friend to do it, or like
I can watch your dog.
You could.
I can watch your dog.
If you
we can all watch your dog.
But yeah, no, I definitely want to do a trip at some point this summer. I will probably hound them about that later.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know what would be cool?
Yeah, what would be cool?
Taking a road trip across country. Like I've always wanted to do that.
Like from west to east.
Could you do north to south?
And then back. Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just like at least cross country. Like I'm not saying like to New York or a certain place, but I don't know. Maybe going around the crust of the United States that'd take a lot more planning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Cole, do you have any desire to go from like Washington to California?
Yeah. I actually got accepted into 2 schools found in LA.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which one?
But they're like both private schools, and they're like $80,000 a year.
Oh man.
Something like that, and there's no fucking way.
You could always take out hundreds of thousands of dollars of student loans. That's always an option.
I guess.
Yeah, man. So they're like film schools though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna make your you're gonna have your big break, and then you'll be able to pay off all your student loans.
My big.
There you go. Yeah.
The only thing breaking is my bank account.
Going under the minus signs. Oh man, but so that's what you kind of want to do in life, is making movies and shit.
Yeah, that's the goal. I think I'm a storyteller. I think I'm a decent storyteller.
Yeah.
And that's just what I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. It's good. It's a good goal.
If I sound distracted, I'm eating a really good donut, and so.
Dude, it's okay.
This is the second podcast in a row we've had our guest eating something.
I know, dude. It's like
very laid back.
No, it's definitely if there's one podcast, this is the podcast that you could eat food.
Definitely.
So you're all good, man. But
sure.
But I guess
it'd be weird if we couldn't eat. You're just like, hey Cole, stop it.
No, we're not that old.
We're not that we're not hard asses, man. As long as it's not like it's very obvious. Like, you know, fucking. I was on a call with Lucas a few days ago, and he just had like this bag of like what was it?
It was Takis.
Takis, right? And it was like it was so loud in my headphones that I had to like I had to like cringe because it was just like I don't know.
ASMR of just
It's like
I almost never eat Takis. Okay.
It was like comically loud. How I don't know how you made the bag that loud, but like it hurt, man.
It's really hard. Okay, here's the thing. Chips are good. All sorts of little chip snacks are very good. But when you're on your computer, you know, you're usually watching a video or something. It's like really hard to hear when you're eating chips because it's like the crunch radiates through your skull. It makes it tough. So that's why I almost never eat them. Nah, the other thing is that I got like the small bag of Takis. Like they're like a little bit bigger than like one of like those lunchroom snack bags you can get.
Like Cheetos.
Yeah, like one of those smaller bags. Enough where it's like reasonable that one person can eat it in one sitting. That's my, you know, don't shame me here. But I can't eat it all in one sitting because it's like a little bit too much flavor for me. So I have to like space it out amongst a few days, and it makes me feel a little weak. But they're very good. I recommend.
Marathon.
If you don't like, if you've never had Takis, very good. Takis Fuego.
Yeah, you kind of space it out so you have a little bit of a kick, a little bit of a pickup, you know. Just like
I'm thinking I'm gonna have to, yeah.
Yeah, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna do it during this one? You think?
No,
no,
I'm not good at that.
You can't handle
You can't handle the spice, man.
We've had good luck with our guests not being totally distracted, aside from Andrew's episode, Christmas special. That was a little tough, but yeah, all the rest of our guests have been pretty good without you know, preparing beforehand.
We're just shitting on Andrew today.
Yeah, this is Andrew shitting on him. No, Cole, last episode. Oh, sorry. You go.
No. I wasn't saying anything.
Okay.
You go.
Yeah, no. Last episode, Cole, we had Nicole on, and she was eating a bowl of mac and cheese the whole time.
Oh.
And before we started recording, we were trying to make it. She was like telling us that she's going to do it as quietly as possible, right? So we can you know, so they can pick up on the microphone. And then like after it. When she got off, she just texted us a picture of a finished bowl of mac and cheese. We're like, "Holy fuck, we didn't hear anything."
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, man, it was like perfect acting, and it was like, I don't know, what kind of donut are you eating?
Oh, chocolate with sprinkles.
Ooh.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That sounds like
a
good.
very, 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 very special donut.
Mm-hmm.
That has a connotation to it, man. Very special donut.
What?
Did my internet just cut out?
No, I was just.
It was such an awkward.
No, I just wanted you to go further. I just wanted you to go further on what you were saying. You just kind of. You said it had a negative connotation to it. I don't know what you meant.
Okay, negative is not the right word. Whenever someone says, "Oh, this is like a special donut," or "This is a special brownie," it's very special. It's like, what are you saying?
I see. Yeah.
Respect that though, Cole. Respect it.
It's a very good normal donut.
Okay.
Did you get Top Pot? You get Krispy Kreme?
No, I went to Albertsons the other night.
Ooh.
And I got myself a nice box of donuts for the fam, and I'm the only one eating.
The family are not donut eaters?
No, my grandma, who would also help me eat them, is in Hawaii. Oh yeah.
That sounds swanky.
Very swanky. Ooh, I like that word.
Do you ever peruse the donuts from like the cabinet in the stores?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Those are always good.
It's like
What's your favorite donut?
Oh, that's tough.
Hot topic.
Topic.
Isaac, you got to think about
This is
it.
a controversial topic.
Go in depth here.
Put
I
you in
want
the hot seat.
details.
Let's see. Oh man, this is I really like a good maple var, but I also like apple fritters because they are the largest donut and like, you know,
Yes.
right? Because it's just like it's like they take up the most space if you think about it. Because it's like you want as much donut as you can get, right? It's very efficient, right?
Yeah.
And an apple fritter is like 2 regular donuts, basically, like in volume, because it's just like all puffed up and stuff, and it has nice like kind of warm like apple feeling because it's apple fritter, and so it gives you, I don't know, it just reminds me of like kind of breakfast vibes and stuff. So yeah, I've always liked I think I'm gonna go with apple fritter if it's breakfast, but maple bar pretty much anytime else.
I have very strong opinions on donuts, and they're very divided. First of all, the two best donuts here in Washington. Is it Top Pot? Is Top Pot the best?
Top Pot's pretty good.
It's famous.
Is that famous? I don't know much. Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty famous.
It's pretty known.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So Top Pot is very good. Krispy Kreme is good too. But it's like more of a dessert donut. It's the type of donut that you kind of get at like 2 a.m. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Krispy Kreme is open like 24/7, right? So.
Is it?
It's that type of. Is it? Okay, hold on. I gotta look this up. It is. I'm gonna.
Get the fact check.
Holy shit! It is. Wait,
Are
no.
you serious?
Wait, it's 24 hours?
No, it's not.
No. Disappointing.
Like, holy shit.
If it was, that would be like they'd be the best ever, right?
Yeah.
Okay, like this is just like an unmet need in society that like has not been fulfilled. Like 2 a.m. donuts, like
Yeah.
If it was 24 hours, I'd say we take this podcast on the road and go for a midnight donut.
yeah, dude.
Take a listen to this. You Google Krispy Kreme. The first, link is the Krispy Kreme website. It says donuts, coffees, drinks, Krispy Kreme. Then the little description says donuts 24/7. Hot and fresh original glazed donuts are available 24 hours a day. And then it goes down to the Google result, where it shows the local ones. It shows the nearest one, which is in North Seattle. And it says 6 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Huh.
Like, what the fuck? Like, come on.
Maybe it's like in general, like the stores are 24 hours, except for like some locations that are dumb and stupid.
Well,
Right.
They should corporatize so, we can just get donuts whenever we want.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, yeah, sorry. So Krispy Kreme, they're good. It's
We'll
kind
just
of
start a
dessert.
riot.
Just start rioting.
I don't want to riot. I like them. They're a good company.
But I mean, you riot for something that you love, man, right? Something
yeah,
you
sure.
fight, like that's why people protest in the country, right?
Fighting for
You
good
fight for a
families.
country you love, man, to make it better.
Yeah.
To make it better.
Yes.
I just compared
Yeah,
I compared donuts to fucking mass protests, but that's what we did here.
Very, very cultural. Very up to date.
Yeah, man.
I'm also of the opinion that I think Dunkin' Donuts is actually pretty good.
I have
Like-
not even seen a Dunkin' Donuts. Like, where are they? Where do
There
you
is
find
one
them?
fairly near here. Hold on, where is it?
I think the last Dunkin' Donuts I went to was in New York.
They're they're a national chain, right?
Thought so.
So they have
I
to
think
be. I don't know
America
if
runs in Dunkin', so it's at least all the way across America.
Holy shit! I'm Google. Wait, there has to be
Disclaimer: not sponsored.
Dunkin' Donuts. See locations. What the fuck is happening? What do you mean there's no Dunkin' Donuts in Seattle?
Yeah, man. I've never found one, man. Where'd you get one?
Ran them out of the city.
Where have you seen one?
I thought it was in Northgate. It was in Wedgwood or something.
I have never.
Seen things.
It's probably like those creepy pastas where there's the store that you go into, you have clear memories of going to the store, and then it just disappears, right? And then no one,
What?
and then people tell you about the, or you try to explain you were in the store, but it never existed, and was just not there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
Like deja vu, but weirder.
But yeah.
Oh, you guys want to hear something super creepy?
Yes.
And it's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this before quarantine, I made reservations to go to the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And once quarantine started, they stopped making reservations, but they honored ones that have been previously made. I was one of those lucky few. So this last summer, we went to the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
And out of the 300 something camping grounds there, which is the biggest in the entire National Park Service, guess how many campsites were being occupied?
Oh. What time of year was it again?
This is summer, right? The highest tourist season.
Yeah.
This is
One
the
of
Grand
the 7
Canyon.
wonders of the world. Guess
Yeah.
how many campgrounds were being used?
I'm gonna go with a solid 6.
Yeah, that seems like a good number.
You guys both going with 6?
Yeah, I'm going with 6.
Damn, you guys undercut me. It was 11.
It's 11.
It was 11.
That's still ridiculously
Yep.
small.
It's still ridiculous. So we were at a place made for literally thousands of people,
Mm-hmm.
and only you'd see 20 people.
Ooh. That sounds really good though.
That's like a rare.
I mean, there was always a parking spot and there was always space, but I mean, it was frightening at night because you rarely see anybody during the day, but at night when you're at your camping grounds and there's a bunch of trees around, you just see a light from a far distance seep through the trees.
Yeah.
That you had no clue that they were there the entire time.
That just sounds like a dream. That sounds like a dream though.
It sounds like the Twilight Zone.
Yeah. just didn't happen. But I don't know. It's just it's so weird when it's like you have exactly. It's the Grand Canyon. 7 wonders of the world. It's like just absolute art of nature, right? And it attracts. There are 7 billion people in this world, right? And
7.5. But
yeah, something like that, right? And because of this pandemic, right, you were given this rare opportunity to experience I guess this in a new way that very few people say they have. Without the crowds, it's not the crowds can't distract you from it. So that's I don't know.
In all of, at least for the next 100 years, nobody else will be able to have that shared experience.
Yeah,
at least a rare few.
Right.
So that's very cool. So that's
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I know.
That is pretty wicked.
Yeah.
That's nice. I don't know. It's just I'm gonna go all I'm gonna go fucking digiphoto mode Cole here, right?
Oh god.
But
the Bosch is ready to go.
Yeah. But it's just I don't know, you can observe I don't know. It's just without all those distractions, you can kind of observe the pure art, I guess, right? It's just no distractions, right?
The rule of thirds.
The rule of thirds, man. You can get some sick. Did you get some rule of thirds shots?
Oh, go to my Instagram. There are a ton of really cool pictures that I took.
Oh yeah, from the Grand Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
This summer, I really got into some photography stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is that why you got
great?
Is that why you got signed up for DigiPhoto?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had already signed up for it on accident, but it just worked.
Yeah, it just kind of worked out. Yeah, for me,
it just kind of was oh, hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, for me, it was I didn't even sign up for it, and they just kind of put me in the class, and I was just all right, fuck it. Taking photos, I can do that.
And these are really good photos. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, they're good.
These are really good. Was these shot on film? Or is it just I don't know.
Yeah.
What kind of camera do you use?
Rebel T7.
Man.
Canon.
That's pretty cool. Okay, sorry. Continue, sorry.
Oh, I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh, sorry.
I kind of forgot.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, that's cool.
I mean,
for that during the summer, that's the hottest time of the year.
Yeah, it's okay. For those who haven't been to the Grand Canyon, have you guys been to the Grand Canyon?
I have not.
No.
Perfect. I'm gonna send the pictures.
Okay.
It works like an oven, right?
Ooh.
And so if you go in there at the middle of the day, it's gonna be I don't know, 115 at least.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
Inside the canyon. So they make a huge point of drink water, but I didn't know this, that you can drink too much water. You'll have too many electrolytes until you'll throw up.
Ooh, yeah. You can lose all the water.
And so, by the time we got down into the canyon, we left at 4 a.m. because it was cool enough to where we'd go down there, and it'd be cool enough to when we walked back up, it wouldn't be too hot.
Right.
And even in that, my dad almost passed out because exhaustion.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
I mean, for us, like, Pacific Northwest ghosts, man, that 115's no joke.
No, I honestly thought the day before, I was like, holy fuck, I'm gonna die.
Remember, like, a week ago when it was, like, 75? And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
I got to turn on the AC.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's just like, we're so used to it being, like, mid-50s, that's just, like, perfect, man. It's just nice and cool. And like, 60, 65 degrees is very nice and pleasant and warm. Getting up to 70 degrees, it's like, oh, it's hot now.
I don't know if you guys agree with me on this, but I think 60-degree weather is the worst weather.
Really?
60 or 50, yeah, because I'll explain.
Okay.
So, it's warm enough to where you want to go outside and you want to be in like a short sleeve shirt or maybe shorts or whatever your fit is. And you go outside. But it's just cold enough to where you're like still like sort of freezing.
Right.
So it's just uncomfortable no matter what.
I feel I feel that more at that's like 50 degrees. Like if it's like 50, 53 degrees, I kind of get that feeling. Like that feeling makes sense. I'm just like I'm gauged to where like beyond like 53 degrees and stuff, it's like more comfortable. And it's like you kind of know past that dividing line what to wear.
Right.
So
yeah, I can see that. I
kind of agree with you.
That's valid. Yeah. By the way, disclaimer: I ate the frosting off of my donut, and now it's just bread.
Is it a bagel technically?
Now it is.
Not. No, it is not.
It's not a bagel.
It's a bagel.
Oh man!
I mean, sorry. Yeah, I looked it up earlier. There are no Dunkin' Donuts in Seattle.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Really?
Man.
I totally thought there were. There's like no Dunkin'
Starbucks random.
Yeah, no I mean, we are the Starbucks capital of the world, so.
Yeah, I didn't know this that the Starbucks building is like in Soto. Like, have you guys been there?
I have been in Soto. I've been to the original building, you mean?
Oh, no, I'm talking about the headquarters.
Oh, yeah.
Ah. Yeah, I mean, I know we had like the original Starbucks in the whatchamacallit Pike Place.
Yeah.
Right. And
that's where the first one is, but the headquarters is in that big fancy building in Soto.
It looks like it's from the North Pole and the Polar Express.
Yeah. Well, they took over a building. At some point, I'm gonna Google it while you guys talk.
Because it looks like an old architecture building, but
yeah,
who knows?
Interesting. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to be like a Sears building, and then
whatever happened to Sears?
Oh, actually, I like Sears. I wish they wouldn't go under, but
Are they? They're still like hanging on though, right? Like barely.
I don't think so.
I think they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
You know that one corner in the Alderwood Mall that just has nothing there?
Yes.
That's Sears now.
So Sears is like, oh, they re-rent. Okay, so they're still around. They're still doing a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're actually like a popular company or if people use them.
If your channel blows up, I hope to God you guys don't get screwed by Sears.
Yeah,
it's like, what'd you say? You think we're dead? You know what's crazy to me though? You know what's crazy the past few years? And I know that this is a little bit of an older topic, but I think it's still crazy. I can't believe still that Toys R Us went under.
Yeah.
That like blew me away when that first came out, because it was like Toys R Us was such like a nostalgic store for me, because it was like, it was right by the Alderwood Mall. We'd always go there, get like Legos and whatever else and stuff. And I remember, I don't know, it felt different, right? It felt geared for the childhood wonder, right, or something like that. I don't know. It definitely felt like a store for kids.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, it used to be nostalgic for me, but after a while, I just stopped going there, you know, because it's time.
Yeah.
I grew up. But I mean, after that, it just felt like the Chuck E. Cheese of like toy stores. You know what I mean?
Oh, the kind of
it's always like nostalgic. You know what it is. You just nobody goes there.
Yeah.
But didn't they go out of business for overexpansion?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
I was never a Toys R Us kid. Like I never went in there. Yeah, I was never in there. I was not a Toys R Us guy. But I was still sad when it closed because it was it was kind of just like the community was like let down. Like, oh,
I know, man.
You gotta pay your respects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. Sad days. Things close.
yeah.
And new things open.
That's true. New ideas come to light. Old ones go away.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Alderwood in that area. I'm still surprised the spaghetti factory is still there. Do you guys know what place you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Isaac, you applied to work at the spaghetti factory, right?
No, it was a
cheesecake.
that was a cheesecake factory. That's where I applied.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Yeah, that didn't work out though. So sad. Yeah. But
you gotta pay your respect.
Yes, but like I said last time, I do have a job at KFC now, so I am doing okay. So you don't need to drop any Fs. I'm okay.
We're all good.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
very cool.
It's good. It's very cool. Do you have a job yet, Cole?
I do not. Ooh, whoa, hey, whoa, hey, let me explain. So before quarantine, I had applied to be a director at the Fifth Ave Theater for this Rising Star program.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. And so I did that before quarantine and at the beginning of it. And so that really took a lot of my time. When I was originally going to be like, maybe I can get a job, and I just did that.
Yeah.
And then once quarantine hit, you know, I kind of went on a few trips during the summer, and I was like, oh, I'll just do it in the fall. And then I got smacked with AP statistics and physics at the same time. So I was just like,
yeah,
let's put that on pause. And now I'm here. And now I'm actually thinking about getting a job.
So right now we brought it up at the right time, I guess.
Yeah. So anybody out there who knows of a job offering, let me know.
Yeah, hit my boy up.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know
maybe I'll
way
apply
to do
to
it.
the spaghetti factory. Avenge my boy Isaac.
Oh. No, Cole, the way to do it is to literally just go on Indeed and then just like apply for every single job.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought about that, but the problem I ran into, or at least I know somebody else ran into, is that you can't put on your resume like you've graduated high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really need to for certain jobs, but I mean, it kind of screws with how it
the automated
presents
ones.
you.
Yeah, totally. Because there's some applications are just like dumb on their websites where they just have it's either no education or high school diploma. It's like, what if I'm in school?
Yeah.
It's like I'm not just a dropout, man.
And I mean, I'm more of a people's person anyway, so if like I apply to Ace Hardware or something, I'll just like walk down, drop my resume, and be like, "Hey."
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, I think you got the balls for that, man. So
Thank you.
I definitely think that. But like fucking I guess talk to me a little bit more about your Fifth Avenue directing thing, because I remember you were talking to me a little bit about that before, kind of throughout us talking and stuff throughout these few months. But like, I guess I never really understood, because I knew it was like a thing where you like actually put on a show, right? Like it was like the real deal, right?
Yeah. So back in January, when I got back from New York with a bunch of the people from Shortcrest, I had to go downtown. Literally my first interview of my entire life. In downtown Seattle, full suit, interview against other people, in the same room.
Oh yeah, that's a real interview, man.
Went on for like an hour.
Oh man.
Got the part. Didn't think I was gonna get the part, but you know, I was able to be a director and assistant director as well. And it was written by. It was like original pieces that were written by, like freshly written.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, there's a better way to phrase that, but luckily I'm not a writer, so I don't need to.
Came fresh off the typewriter.
Yeah, fresh off the press.
Yeah.
And there were musicals that I got to direct.
Ooh.
It was interesting going down to the Fifth. Almost every day. I had a bus down there.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was excited to do. Which I got to go to a few free shows, because they just gave tickets away to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Cole just thought of a good transition later on, but yeah, no, we put on a few shows. It was weird in the process because we had to switch from in person to virtual.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's very odd directing a musical on Zoom. Would not recommend it.
Yeah.
And that's when they came back and they were like, "Hey, are you gonna try to do it again?" I was like, "No, I'm sorry, I can't." I mean, I have other things I need to focus on right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have to direct on Zoom again, I mean, I love the experience, but it was a lot of Zoom.
Yeah.
And that was before it was cool, before the school started doing it.
Right. Well, what is the full process like trying to direct a show? Because, you know, me and Isaac, our only experiences are techie and all that sort of stuff.
You really have to understand. Okay, so basically, a director's job, at least in the musical theater, and I can see translating to other things, is to help translate the writer's stories to the actors. Does that make sense?
Right.
It's to help bring their vision to life, and you're kind of like the lens. Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a metaphor. So, like, the writers will come up with, like, a flashlight, right? And you're like a lens to, like, either focus it or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, fuzz it up. I
Totally
guess.
get you, man.
Try not to fuzz it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good wordplay.
Or just put a hand in front of the light and doesn't even...
Just go... Yeah.
No, but you really,
And
like...
so, yeah, I'd say it's similar to that.
Yeah.
So you had to... You kind of...
Facilitating everybody.
Yeah, you kind of had to, like, work with people and kind of bring out emotions at times, or, like, see how, you know, how you believe the original writer would want that character to be expressed, basically.
Oh, yeah, and I was so nervous that I spent a few weeks, just a few solid weeks before casting and before really focusing on how we're going to present the characters, just getting to know the writers and, you know, themselves, and I take them I take them out to lunch and just to get to know them, understand their work, understand their process, to where we were always on the same page. So I could really, you know, my vision would be very similar to what they were dreaming of.
Yeah.
Because I could never be a writer because I'm way too delicate.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
Because as a writer, not as a writer, but from a writer's perspective, it's really your baby. You know, you worked on it, you brought it, you created it. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
You're giving it to somebody else's hands to take care of.
Yeah.
And I found out not a lot of pressure, but I mean it was important to me to get that right, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, totally. It's yeah, it's definitely because you want to do the original writer justice, and you don't want to, you don't want it to be like completely change everything up. You just want to kind of add to it, if that makes sense, like add on to it and make it I don't know, the best it could be, kind of thing,
Sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I don't know, that's
wouldn't say add on to it unless it's like very specific of what you're trying to do, but yeah, I see what you mean.
yeah, I kind of meant like make it bigger than what it is, because that's just, writing is just like pen to paper kind of thing. It's just ideas written down,
helping present it.
Yeah, and presenting it into making it real, basically, right?
For sure. Yeah. Now, for those listening, and I get it, it's boring sometimes. I think it's pretty cool to me, and I know you guys think it's relatively fascinating. But
right.
My shows, the shows that I directed, were going to be on display for the public. But it was quarantine. It had to just be live on Facebook. But I might have been able to get paid for those shows.
Wow.
Now, this is when the thrilling part comes in, because my social security number was given to the Fifth F Theater, and somebody had hacked into it and gotten everybody's information.
Oh no.
Great, wonderful, perfect.
Do
you have to go through the whole social security process?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
God,
now,
that's
talking about high stakes things like that. I don't know if you remember this, but I was on Instagram one day, and there was I found like this girl just hit me up out of nowhere.
I think I know what this is about.
Yeah. And we had talked for like 2 hours, and I thought it was like pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Hey, can we FaceTime?"
Uh-oh.
Now, I think you know where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
Loosen up those collars, because it's gonna get pretty ooftastic.
Yeah.
I get on the call, and it was a female there.
Yeah.
And then I like go get some water. I come back, and it's this Indian guy now.
Oh my God, dude!
I don't know what
on like FaceTime, just on the call.
Yeah, just on FaceTime. Completely new area, completely new person. I'm like, oh, okay. What's up? And, he was shouting at me like, "I have blackmail on you," or whatever, blah blah blah.
Oh wow.
And I was like, okay, buddy, let's back up. Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally. And
damn, see,
he got my Facebook account, right?
Yeah.
He got a hold of my Facebook account. I don't know how. I barely use Facebook. I only got Facebook because of the Fifth. And so he started pulling up pictures of my family, and started being like, "Hey, see this? We're gonna send all the blackmail to everybody you know. I'm going to ruin your life." And I'm like, "Oh shit, okay." And so.
Yeah,
that's.
I'm telling one of my close friends, just tell everybody that I've been hacked, right? Get the word out.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case the blackmail's real and I really have to deal with this.
Mm-hmm.
In case shit hits the fan. So I was at my dad's house at the time, and he's like, "Get my money." He was a really bad negotiator, because I didn't have my wallet with me. I didn't have any money there. And I was like, "Hey, I don't have my money. It's at my mom's house." Mm-hmm. He was very impatient. He was like, "Give me my money now."
Wow,
I don't have it,
Damn.
Yeah, he was definitely really ransomed you, right?
Yeah, and it was like only for like $900. So I was just picking his mind for like a solid hour and a half of just like, you really just want $900? Anyway, That's not the point. Anyway,
so was he like?
So he has me on what?
Sorry, I was just asking you. Was he like texting you throughout this like whole ordeal? Like he was just like harassing you, or he's just FaceTiming you?
And he's like, "You hang up. I'm sending it to everybody."
Why don't you just
so
hang up?
Don't even mess with me. He's like, "Oh, okay." So I had to drive. He's like, "Oh," he finally understood what I was trying to tell him. Like, if you allow me to get to my mom's house and get you your money. Took me an hour. Literally took me 30 minutes to explain that to him.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay, keep me on FaceTime. Let me see the street as you drive." I'm like, "Okay." I was never gonna give him the money. I just wanted to, in case it was real, get my friend to, spread the word of like I've been hacked,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I'm just stalling, right? I come home, I start showing off a little bit of money, just whatever. And my dad walks in. He sees this entire situation unfolding. He knows exactly what's happening, and he gives me that look of like, "Don't, like, we got this. Like, you don't have to,
Yeah. Yeah.
I look at the phone. I look him right in the eyes, right in his golden brown eyes, and I say, "We don't negotiate with terrorists."
Yo, let's go. That's crazy, man. That's just a movie.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I was a little worried there, Cole. I thought you were actually gonna like.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna give him money.
Sorry.
No, I'm definitely glad you didn't, because then the bad guys win. But
bad guys win again.
But yeah, he didn't do anything after that. Nothing happened. Like he didn't.
I mean, I think I honestly really don't know. I deleted my Facebook account.
Yeah.
And I changed all my passwords and blocked them and reported them on Instagram. So if some random person hits you up on Instagram, don't do it.
Yeah.
Make sure they're a real person first.
Yeah. So so it must have been pretty convincing then, like the girl who was hitting you up, right? Like it wasn't just like, the classic, "Hey baby, you want some of this" kind of thing. Was it like actually like, "Hey man, I like your stuff"?
He stumbled upon me on accident and be like, "Dude, I have that exact same shirt." I was like,
"Oh really?"
Oh damn.
Yeah. And so it's like,
it's actually believable.
They're actually like getting, smarter with this.
Yeah, man.
It's scary, man.
And maybe I just met like a pioneer in scamming people, and it's just like on the cusp of becoming more believable.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man.
But yeah, it was pretty intense evening. Oh.
Yeah,
oh, dude.
Yeah.
So this was this was over the course of just like one evening though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Literally in the span of 2 hours.
I see. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at least
Crazy.
he didn't have you, that long.
And you wasted
no,
time.
it was I think like 9:30 when it happened. At least when it started, and it went to like 11.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
So it wasn't like too long. I was just like, let's see where this goes.
Yeah. God, man.
You're lucky. You're lucky. I've never had an experience with a smart scam.
I got really, really nervous when they started showing pictures of my family, because I was like, when I'm on Instagram, how'd you even know I had a Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of scary how they like threatened with that, because that definitely like puts the fear into you,
Yeah.
It's like
that's when it becomes like less of a joke.
when people are actually like wanting to, they could cause harm if something were not to happen, kind of thing. It's just that's definitely
did he actually like
scary.
What did he say what the blackmail was, or did you just call it blackmail?
I'm just gonna call it blackmail, because I don't either want to out myself or because there's just like one of those things where it's like, I didn't tell anybody about that, so I don't know if it's true or not,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I find that what was the Black Mirror episode about that? Just shut up and dance.
Oh yeah, that was such a good one. where it was like where like the one guy, the hacker, basically like commanded like all these different people in like sequentially, like in a giant scam to like you know, like basically pass one off to the other kind of thing. Where it was like, you know, the old guy, or it's like had the kid like deliver the cake to like the old guy or whatever, and then they had to like rob the bank. That one was so good.
That was such a good episode.
And then it just meant nothing at the end. It like all they did meant nothing because they still like you know, released all the private stuff to them. Yeah. To the public, so it meant nothing. So that, I don't know, that one was a really good episode.
But then it turned out, you know, the main kid was like just watching child porn, so it was like, oh wow, yeah, kind of deserved that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that show in the Oracle?
No, I haven't. I went to the Alderwood Mall the other day to the GameStop with my friend Tyler. Some of you guys might know him. He used to go to Lake Forest Park and then he moved.
Mm-hmm.
Wyatt knows him.
Yeah.
If Wyatt's listening, what's up, Wyatt? Shout out. And it's a game.
Ooh.
They have a Black Mirror game.
Really?
Yeah. It's on Xbox.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. We saw it and we were like, huh, we know this is a show. And it's a really good show, but
oh, that's a really old game. Oh wait, hold on.
Wait, was the TV show based off the game? Or was
Black Mirror 2017. Oh wow. Oh no, so it's actually it's a completely separate thing from the TV show.
Oh really?
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh great. So what I said means nothing. Okay, great.
No, sorry, cool.
Sorry to mislead all the Black Mirror fans.
Sorry guys. No, Black Mirror 2017. It's a gothic adventure horror video game based off the old point-and-click games from like the early 2000s.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Huh. Yeah. That came out around the TV show. Didn't that come out around the same time like the first season came out, or?
Yeah, when did the first season of Black Mirror come out?
Because it's not that old.
No. Black Mirror first season 2011. What?
Really?
Really?
Oh, you know what? I think the Black Mirror that we're thinking of, it got like the reboot at some point. God, this is really confusing.
That typically happens.
Well, was it? Yeah, because it's a Netflix original, right? And
okay, yeah. So the whole. Yeah, so I can explain the whole thing. So really, there's 5 seasons of Black Mirror, but seasons 3, 4, and 5 were produced and released on Netflix. Technically there's 3 seasons of Black Mirror, but really it's like the last 3 of the 5 that exist. And the first 2, were from like 2011. The first one on Netflix was in 2016, though.
I see.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very, very good. Very good show.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
They're probably gonna release one soon, right? Because it's been almost a year.
Yeah. Yeah, the last one was 2019.
No, it was. I thought it was 2020, like early 2020. This when they released the recent season. But yeah, no, they only had like 3 episodes in that one. That was a little disappointing.
Yeah,
because it was like, we waited this long for this. I mean, some of those were. I think the only good one though was the one with the homies. You know what I'm talking about. The one where they the 2 friends like fuck in the video game.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, in like the VR game. It's so good.
Yeah, that was the first one. It's called Striking Vipers.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that one was good. But the whole thing with that, it was so weird because it was like, it was like they had a gay. They kind of had like a secret like gay relationship under wraps kind of thing, where it was like, they were just like friends on the surface and in real life, but when they'd go in like the VR game, they would like be, one of the guys would be like a guy character who was like, it was like a fighting game they went into, and one of the guys was like a guy character and the other one was like a girl character or whatever, and then they just like, they just win in the game, and they like, it was like this VR game where it was basically you felt like you were in the game kind of thing, right? So like it had the same sensations, yeah. So,
Oh, very cool.
and they would like, start out like fighting each other, and then they just start like kissing each other, right? And that's basically how the episode was like dealing with that kind of unspoken tension, and I guess that I don't know.
Did they ever talk about it in real life? I mean, not in real life, but like outside of the VR.
Yeah, I mean, at the end there was this big confrontation about it. I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I've seen that one. It's been like a year, but yeah, I remember that one definitely being.
Sounds like a cool concept.
Yeah.
Nice, man.
No, and I mean, yeah, that's just what that show's about, is those weird concepts that, I don't know, just make you think.
It's cool. I mean, I kind of grew up with like British TV.
Yeah.
And I kind of love it because they kind of know how to make interesting TV, and they don't really follow the kind of classic American tropes of sitcoms that go on for seasons on end and stuff like that. You get more interesting shows that come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seinfeld, fucking good shows.
Yeah.
But there's so many of those American shows that are just garbage and just come out constantly.
Yeah.
Again,
Family Guy.
Mike and Molly.
Mike. That one Kevin James is in.
Oh, what was that one
Whatever.
called?
The one that Tim Allen's in.
Is that the King of Queens?
No. It's something. Don't blame Kevin or something.
Oh, Kevin Can Wait. Okay, yeah.
Kevin can. Yeah.
Huh.
Man, that show sucked, dude.
It's just like, who asked for this? Who signed off on this?
I actually used to like the Cosby Show, but
Oh yeah.
It's a little, didn't age well.
It's actually a super good show. Oh, and obviously Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is a classic, and Seinfeld is also very good.
You know what show I really respect that could have gone on forever, but
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, don't even get me started with that show. That is literally like the Bible to me.
We haven't talked about your obsession with Danny DeVito yet.
Yeah,
your shrine. We will get there within time.
Okay.
So there's this one show that I really respect. I think it's very fascinating. That you can just rewatch. But in order, the story's very nice. Is Gravity Falls.
Oh yeah.
And it's only 2 seasons, and they end it on purpose because there's only so many days in summer.
Yeah.
Because it's supposed to go over a span of 1 summer, but unlike Phineas and Ferb,
Infinite Summer.
Infinite Summer. It's very true to like a timeline.
Yeah.
Which I think most shows just ignore.
Yeah, that's definitely a problem. It's like there are a lot of shows like you kind of went into where it's just like they don't know when they should end, and it's like I kind of respect like just shows that don't go on forever, like we were talking about like The Simpsons. Like they gotta stop, man. They just gotta stop. Like it's I don't know.
It's pretty bad.
It's just like you don't need 30 seasons. Like no one's gonna remember like 80% of them. It's like you want a show that's like memorable and stuff, and you almost want the audience to kind of hang on to that feeling of wanting more, even when you end, because it's just like that's
better than being disappointed.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do I hear a transition into It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I think it's the longest running live action sitcom.
Is it?
Really?
It's on its I think so. I could be wrong, but there's something that it's the longest for.
It's got a good amount of seasons though, right? Isn't it like
it's 14.
14, so yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's been running straight since like 2005. So,
I mean, Danny DeVito's been in it since the 2nd season. We will get back to him later.
Yeah, the god.
Naturally.
Yes.
But I think it's never really hit its peak. I think maybe 13 to 14 weren't as good, but I mean, right off the bat, it goes into a bunch of controversial stuff, and it succeeds because it makes fun of itself and it recognizes how horrible it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, that shows.
Are you guys fans of the show?
Yeah, no, I've seen a few seasons of it. I love how, like, obviously, like, how horrible every single character is, like, in the main cast. It's just like they're all pieces of shit, right?
They're all assholes.
they're all like psychopaths, or like have massive egos, or like, you know, very selfish, and like, you know, put others down and stuff. It's just like the worst kind of people, really.
Apparently, Dennis in the show is loosely based off Ted Bundy.
I can see that.
Which I also
Like a psychopathic serial killer,
yeah. He keeps. I mean, yeah, he keeps like fucking. Doesn't he keep like every sex tape of like every girl he's had sex with? Right? Wasn't that his whole thing?
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
And which Mac rewatches.
So he can study. Yeah. He like. This is a weird dynamic.
It's a system. It goes Dennis, Mac, Danny.
Yeah.
So Dennis goes in, Mac swoops in to help comfort them after he goes to the Dennis system, and then Danny DeVito's leftover thirds.
God, yeah.
No, talking about Ted Bundy, I have another true story.
Oh boy.
You met Ted Bundy?
Oh yeah, he's my dad now. We're talking about my dad. They went to the same. They were in the same class.
Really?
Same year. Yeah.
In like high school?
Wow.
No, University of Washington.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
Oh fuck!
In psychology too.
Oh man.
When did he start killing?
In college.
So
my dad and his friend Jim Berkeley. It's probably not he's dead. Whatever. Okay. And so they were at their apartment building, and they noticed a car was pulling up. Whatever. A girl got out and was going to get her mail, and then they heard a scream. Right. They rushed out. Jim chased after the guy who was running away, and my dad helped, the girl. Jim found a desk, a table leg. He couldn't catch up to him, but he found the table leg that was in the forest that he had dropped, and my dad helped her go to the hospital, and Jim came back and drove, made sure she was okay. Then later on, I believe this is true because my dad's gotten interviewed about it, and he's been included in books about Ted Bundy, about how later on he admitted to that attack in Florida.
Wow.
That's creepy.
And it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of those things of just like, the what ifs of just like, it's crazy to think about,
Yeah, that's
so haunting and something so bone chilling like Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
Is that it was in our backyards,
Yeah. No, that's where he started here, man.
There's a lot of crazy shit that happens in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
That's true.
But yeah, I guess kind of I'm trying to understand a little bit of the story. So they found this girl who was who like needed help or whatever, right? They like did your dad and his friend, they like found her after like he was, I guess Ted Bundy was like fleeing or something, or what happened?
So she was going to get the mail. She came back from her car, and as she was going into the apartment building, she was going to get the mail, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so in this apartment building, it's the doors on the outside, right? And so if you go out, you can kind of run down the stairs and quickly get to the front. And so they heard a scream, right?
Yeah.
And so then they quickly like, what the fuck? And went to go check it out, and they saw a guy run away, and she's on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Man.
Jim Berkeley, my dad's friend, ran after him because obviously you hear scream, girl on the ground, guy running.
Yeah.
You can connect the dots.
Yeah.
And so my dad, helped her out. He chased her. I mean, hold on.
Jeez.
He chased the guy running.
Yeah.
And Jim found the table leg.
So, like, was he using that as, like, a weapon to, like, beat her with or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, and she was alive, though, right? Like, she was fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if she remembered anything or not. I don't really know what happened after the fact.
Yeah. That's a crazy story, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's like, yeah.
That is crazy.
A lot of crazy, tense, true stories over here.
Yeah, no, this is definitely, you are not short of those.
Podcast worthy.
No,
Oh, man.
but yeah, no, he, I remember watching a documentary about him. Yeah, he started out in like, UW, Seattle area, and like kind of moved down kind of diagonally throughout the states until like Florida, right?
He went to Utah.
Yeah,
After I don't know.
Yeah, because he'd travel around a lot and stuff to, not
avoid the cops.
Yeah, so he's not like
he went from Washington to Utah to Colorado, then to Florida. I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. I mean, is that a good amount of time for a podcast?
Yeah, no.
I think we should end it on what the people want is that the
Danny
Danny
DeVito.
DeVito cardboard cutout that's in my room.
Okay.
Explain the Danny DeVito cardboard cutout.
Yes. Yeah, we got time.
There's no visual
We-
here. So
Of course we have time.
We'll put it in the thumbnail somewhere.
That Ted Bundy and we don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yes.
Can we put the Eric Andre version of Danny DeVito in the thumbnail?
Send me a picture of it.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay.
While Lucas is doing that, tell us about the Danny DeVito cardboard cutout and how that came to be.
So, I got it for Christmas, right? My family got it, I think off Amazon or whatever.
Yeah.
It is life size. I measured it and I looked at how tall he was. He's like 4'9" or something.
Yeah.
Along those lines. And it sits in my room, and I swear for like 2 weeks straight. There's not really a good place to put him in my room, so whenever I go into my room, I you see it and you think it's a real person.
Mm-hmm.
And it freaked me out, freaked my family out, and freaked my dogs out. And so I kind of had to put like a blindfold on him, just so
you could tell.
yeah, so you could tell like, oh, it's cardboard.
Yeah.
But I also got a picture frame, a picture of when Danny DeVito in It's Always Sunny is wearing a wig and is pretending to be an art collector.
Mm-hmm.
So he's wearing like a white wig and a black turtleneck sweater framed up on my wall. And so I have that to stare at me when I sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So does it? Do you get like positive energy and wellness when you wake up by the Danny DeVito shrine?
Some people believe in religion to look over them. Some people believe in whatever they believe. I have Danny DeVito to keep me warm.
Yeah, and really, it's all about you live your life, you do things, but you haven't lived until you found something that makes you happy, and I think you found that anchor. It's Danny DeVito.
I think I found my calling. Yeah, obsessing over Danny DeVito.
All right, man. I think that about wraps up this episode here. So I guess I just want to reach out to you, Cole, and thank you for coming on and doing this episode with us. We talked about a lot of good stories.
Yeah, you're welcome. I have plenty more saved in the bank. So it was a pleasure being on here. I love talking with both of you guys, and it's been a while.
Yeah,
I'm very thankful for it.
Yeah, no, totally. Do you have any parting words before we end things here?
It is always pizza time.
All right, man. Catch you all in the next one.
Pizza time.